We're taking a look at the 1982 FIFA World Cup. We're looking at it from a perspective as if all the countries involved had a similar amount of wealth and population. It's a better way of determining rankings. Of course, if that was the case, there would probably be slightly different teams that would be playing. But we're working with what we got, folks. The first match in 1982, the score was Argentina 0, Belgium 1. The second number here is the bonus for economic difference. There's no significant economic difference according to algorithm, so Belgium comes away with the win, and they'll take an early first place. The second match, Italy versus Poland, 0-0, was this real score in 1982. Poland's going to get a half goal for economic difference. Now, these half goals really help you in draws, but they also help your score difference percentage, so it's very important. Italy will be in second, Italy third. Match 3, Brazil versus Eurasia, which is the Soviet Union. Brazil wins 2-1. Brazil gets a half goal for economic difference. And the final, after economics are considered, are Brazil 2.5, Eurasia 1. Brazil in third place. The rating here is a mix of score difference percentage and winning percentage. Peru versus Cameroon, 0-0. I think Cameroon is going to get a half goal for this. Yes, they will. So Cameroon narrowly beats a great Peru team, 0-0.5. And Cameroon is now tied in second with Poland. And Peru tied in fifth with Italy. Next match, Hungary versus Salvador. Oh my goodness, I'm not even going to say that out loud. That is stomping. Salvador only gets a half goal. And Hungary moves up in second, but eventually that's going to help them much more than Belgium's position. They only have a 1-goal score difference, but it's a mathematical issue with the score 0 score against. Scotland beats New Zealand 5-2, and New Zealand will cut the lead in half with that economic difference, but Scotland with a big win in 5th place now, New Zealand in 6th. West Germany versus Algeria. Algeria pulls off a huge victory. Unbelievable. They even get a whole goal. That's just embarrassing for Germany. And Algeria, we're off to a great start with a 2-goal difference against Germany. As we go into match 8, England versus France. 3-1 England. They school France there. No considerable economic difference here, so England's going to pull away with the original score victory. And then we'll head into the 9th match. Spain versus Honduras. It ends in a draw. Honduras is easily going to get the win here with the economic difference. A whole goal, in fact. So Honduras is going to start off 1-0. They're going to be tied in 6th with Scotland. Spain off to a bad start. Match 10, Austria versus Chile. Austria wins it. A tough match. And Chile cuts the lead in half with the economic difference. But Austria ultimately is going to get the win here. And again, that scoring difference or the small half goal difference can help you in draws, and it can help your score difference as well. Czechoslovakia versus Kuwait, 1-1. Is there any economic difference here? There's not. There is not any. So it's going to end in draw. Kuwait with an impressive draw against Czechoslovakia, which is usually a pretty tough team to play. Now we go to Yugoslavia versus Northern Ireland. It's a draw, but I think Northern Ireland's actually going to get a half goal here. They do, and Northern Ireland narrowly scrapes by with a victory. And they're going to start off in 3rd with Cameroon and Poland. Match 13. Italy versus Peru. Italy won, Peru won. Peru gets a whole goal for economic difference and will take the win. And let's scroll down here to see what's going on. So here's how it starts. Argentina versus Hungary. 4-1 Argentina after Hungary had that huge win. That's going to cut them down to size a little bit. And Argentina is going to redeem themselves and get up into 7th. Hungary will be in 6th still. Both of the ratings are decent. Brazil versus Scotland. Brazil 4, Scotland 1. Scotland's going to get half goal. That's not going to be nearly enough. And Brazil with a big pounding of Scotland. Remember, folks, we're bringing you the best ratings in the world from the worst announcer in the world. Remember, with this economic algorithm here, it's going to give you a better understanding on who's actually better. It's an estimate, but it's still more accurate than regular ratings. Okay, here we go. Poland versus Cameroon. It's a tie. Cameroon's actually only getting a half goal, but it's still a win. And they're now going to be tied in first with Belgium. Poland tied in ninth with a few other countries. And Belgium versus Salvador now, 1-0 Belgium. Salvador gets a whole goal for the economic difference. So after that's considered, we have a draw between Belgium and Salvador. So Belgium will fall down to 6. And now Cameroon takes first, Northern Ireland second, Algeria third with England. Eurasia versus New Zealand. Eurasia with a huge win over New Zealand. New Zealand's going to get 1 goal, but that's not going to be nearly enough. And Soviet Union now in 10th. And we can see New Zealand down in 13th now. Yugoslavia in last place. West Germany versus Chile. 4-1. West Germany with a big win. 4-1. Chile cuts the lead in half with the economic difference. But West Germany finally up to a respectable position here in 11th place. And where's Chile? They're in 12th with Spain now. England versus Czechoslovakia. England with a big win, and they're looking strong. Czechoslovakia gets a half goal. England now takes third place alone before they were tied with Algeria. But let's see what happens now. In match 21, Spain versus Yugoslavia. Both countries really need this, looking quite poor, but Spain pulls off the win. Yugoslavia gets a half goal. That's not going to be enough. Where are these guys? They're not even on the screen. Spain 13th. Yugoslavia 15th now. At least they've worked their way out of last place. Algeria versus Austria. Algeria loses 0-2. Austria with a big win. Algeria gets a half goal, but that's going to take them down to 11th. Austria moves up to 4th, right behind England, who's behind Northern Ireland, who's behind Cameroon. France versus Kuwait. 4-1. France wins it easily. Kuwait's going to get a whole goal to cut the lead in half after economics are considered. But after a big draw that Kuwait opened up with, they are now get a loss, and they're in 15th place. France up in 13th, tied with Poland, Scotland, and West Germany. Honduras and Northern Ireland 1-1. Is there any economic difference here? There is. Honduras with a huge victory, but they're now 2-0. That's going to take Northern Ireland from, I think they were in 2nd or 3rd, all the way down to 12th with France and Poland. And Honduras now in 5th, looking like they're in contention. Poland versus Peru, 5-1. Poland with a huge win. Peru with a huge loss. And Poland is up in 5th now. Peru is not even invisible now. They're down to 15th. Ouch. If you're going to lose, don't lose by that much, folks. It's bad. Belgium versus Hungary. It's a draw. I think Hungary's going to pull away with a narrow victory here. They do half goal. And Belgium now in 9th place. Hungary up in 7th with a rating of 66.7. Remember, this rating is a mix of score difference and winning percentage. Eurasia versus Scotland. 2-2. Scotland's going to come out with a big win here. So they're going to switch spots with Eurasia. Let's see. Yeah, they move up to 9th and Eurasia falls to 14th. So, alright, Italy versus Cameroon. Can Cameroon keep it up? They can with a draw in 1982, but they're easily going to get a whole goal here. And Cameroon's going to come away with a win. But their score difference is actually going to take them down to 2nd place with Austria. But they're still looking good. England in 1st place with a rating of 103.9. Brazil in 3rd, not too far behind with 94.5. Argentina versus Salvador. Argentina wins 2-0. Salvador will cut the lead in half with the economic bonus, or the economic difference, but Argentina comes away with the win. And Salvador in last place now, even below New Zealand. Brazil versus New Zealand. 4-0, that might change it. New Zealand might get last place now. They get 1 goal on the economic difference, which considers, remember, both wealth and population. So Brazil now tied in second with Austria and Cameroon. And New Zealand, they're still 19th, below Italy, above Salvador. Algeria versus Chile. Algeria with a hard-fought win. There's no considerable economic difference, not enough for the algorithm. And Algeria now in 7th place. Chile, not visible. Where are they? 17th place below Yugoslavia now, above Italy though. France and Czechoslovakia, it's a draw. I think Czechoslovakia is going to take this on the economic difference. They do. Oh, they get a whole goal in fact. So they now move up to a respectable position, 11th. France falls to 14th. England still maintaining first with 2 wins, no losses, and a huge rating of 103.9. Honduras versus Yugoslavia. It's a big match for Honduras. Oh, they lose, but are they going to get at least a goal here to tie it? They do. So they go from 4th to 5th, so they're hanging in there. They're 2 wins and 1 loss with a rating of 61.7. Yugoslavia will be now in 15th, below France, above Kuwait. West Germany beats Austria. Austria is going to get a half goal, but that won't be enough. They'll cut the lead in half. So West Germany in 9th. Austria is going to fall to 6th. England in 1st, Brazil, Cameroon tied in 2nd, Poland 3rd, Hungary honorable mention, and Honduras is right there in 5th. England beats Kuwait 1-0, but Kuwait's going to get a whole goal on the economic difference. That's really bad for England. They're going to fall to 2nd place. That means that Brazil and Cameroon will be tied in 1st now, and Kuwait down in 17th place. Northern Ireland versus Spain. Can Northern Ireland get back in this? They can. They get a big win. 2-0 after economics are considered. And Spain doing terribly. Northern Ireland bounces all the way back up to 4th place. Spain down in 18th place. Poland versus Belgium. Poland 3, Belgium 0. They needed that because they're in 3rd place here, so they're in contention. And the after economics is going to be 3.5-0. And Poland, that's going to be enough to send them into 1st, above Brazil with a rating of 101.2. Unbelievable. And Belgium is nowhere to be seen. They're way down in 19th. Austria versus France. Can Austria stay in it here? They can't. France comes away with the win. They're only going to get a half goal on the economic difference, and France is going to be in 12th. Austria in 9th now. As we go into match 39. West Germany versus England. England needs this. Oh, it's a draw. That's not good for England because they're in 3rd. That's probably going to take them down. But they maintained 3rd place, so it wasn't the end of the world for them, but their goal for 1st place is probably out of reach now. Okay, Italy versus Argentina. 2-1. Italy wins against Argentina. Argentina's going to get a half goal. So Italy crawls up to 16th place. Argentina in 8th now. Below Algeria, above Scotland. Above Austria, I mean. Belgium versus Soviet Union. Soviet Union wins. Belgium is only going to get... Oh, Belgium's going to get a whole goal, so it's going to be a draw. So Belgium crawls up to 16th place. Soviet Union in 13th place after economics are considered. As we go into match 42, it's a big one for Northern Ireland if they can maintain this. They can. I believe they're going to get a half goal for this. They will. It's going to hurt their score difference percentage, but so they are going to fall a little bit, but they're still up there. Looking like they could finish in the top 5 ranking positions. West Germany versus Spain. 2-1 West Germany gets a much needed win to stay in a respectable position, and Spain is definitely not that this time. 19th. But then again, being in the World Cup is a respectable position, even if you're last. So Poland still in 1st place with a narrow lead over Brazil. Let's see if this changes it. I think that's gonna, folks. 1-3, they beat Argentina. And they beat them by twice as much after economics are considered. And Brazil, well, actually that's going to drop Brazil's score difference percentage, so they're going to fall to 3rd, and Cameroon will be in 2nd. Now remember, Cameroon is really out of it because they didn't get to the group stage. Oh, we got Poland and Eurasia here. We'll get back to that in a second. Poland with a big win. They really need it. And they're going to keep in first place with a rating of 106.7. So back to this. So we don't really know if Cameroon deserves to be here totally. I mean, they should be definitely somewhere up here, but they haven't played enough matches. So due to the law of large numbers, we're not going to know, as France pummels Northern Ireland 4-2 after economics are considered. That's real bad for Northern Ireland as they fall down to 11th. They were in contention before, but not anymore. And France moves up to 9th, even above Northern Ireland. But there's nothing I can do about it. It's just the crappy way that they set up tournaments. These guys have no idea what they're doing. But we're working with what we got. We still got the best ratings in the world. That's all we can do. Spain wins. They beat England on a small economic difference. And that's going to be terrible for England, because now they only have a rating of 63.4. They're still in a very good position, but not to win the tournament. And Spain in 16th now, still below the Soviet Union. That's embarrassing. 3-2, Italy versus Brazil. Italy wins it just barely after the economic difference, and that is going to be very painful for Brazil. A painful loss indeed. Again, and also Cameroon's not facing all the hard competition in the later rounds. That's another problem with it. But still, it's still a very impressive position. Poland versus Italy. Italy wins it. That's real bad for Poland. That's going to take them down to second place. Italy up to 12th. And now Poland and Brazil with huge losses, taking them out of contention for that first place spot. West Germany versus France, 4-3. With a big win for West Germany because they were 8th and 9th place. Now Germany's 7th and France falls to 11th. So placing in those top 10 positions is a really difficult thing to do. Poland versus France, 3-2. Poland with a big win, 4-2 after economics are considered, and they're in second place now with a rating of 77.2. As we go into the final, Italy versus West Germany. Italy wins it, 3-1. They're not the rightful champions of 1982, but they do finish in 8th place, West Germany in 11th, and Cameroon is debatably the team that deserved to win the World Cup, possibly Poland. So in 3rd place would be Brazil, Hungary in 4th, England 5th, Honduras 6th, Algeria 7th, Italy 8th, Scotland 9th, Northern Ireland 10th, honorable mention to West Germany, and in last place, Salvador, New Zealand second to last place, in Chile and Peru, also with bad tournaments. Remember, folks, we're bringing you the best ratings in the world from the worst announcer in the world.